Hello, and welcome to the Antsand channel. If you are a business owner or a marketing person or a web designer, web developer working for an agency, and you have clients that you want to help them, increase their online digital revenue, this is the channel for you guys. In here, we're going to basically talk about three main aspects of how a digital online presence works. We're going to talk about the mindset. Basically, how do you approach this whole problem? Are you creating content or a product or a service that people want, rather than creating something that people don't want and you're trying to sell something? And that all boils down to your mindset. How are you approaching the problem? What's the psychology behind doing what you're doing? Why are you doing what you're doing? And then we're going to focus on the next aspect, which is the strategy. The strategy is basically talking about how does the whole digital presence look like? Do you have visitors coming in from one end? Are you able to convert those visitors into customers? Are you able to convert those customers into lifelong customers? Or are those customers looking at you and saying, this is the product we thought we wanted, but it's not quite what you're selling? And then they basically have to say, this is a bad experience and we got to refund our money. So we're going to look at the strategy from a system perspective. And the system has two things. One, the system has a feedback, where we're going to observe each part of the whole digital experience and know where are you actually losing your money. And that's what a strategy is all about. And then the second aspect of a system is the bottlenecks. What is it that is limiting the efficiency of that system to work? For example, you might say, I'm not getting enough traffic. Then we focus on, once we know what the strategy is, once we know what the bottleneck of your system is, then we focus on the tactics. And the tactics would be like, if you do not have enough visitors, then we can think about, how you doing social media marketing? Are you doing content marketing? Are you doing pay-per-click advertisements? Are you able to put your word out there from offline revenues, offline streams? But those are all tactics. So this channel is literally for business owners or for entrepreneurs, marketing people who are struggling in understanding how does this whole digital experience really work? Why is it not working? It's so complicated, and you're going to basically streamline the whole process into making sure you have the right mindset. Because if you don't have the right mindset, nothing really would work. You could have the best strategy on the planet. You could even do all the tactics that people are talking about, but it would just not work because you're approaching the whole problem from the wrong mindset. And we're really going to go right in deep into the psychology behind what makes people buy. Are you selling something that they really want and need? Or are you selling something that they don't even want? And then you're wondering, why is it not selling? Because the strategy works perfectly. I got all the tactics done. But if people do not want what you're selling, it does not matter how great the strategy is. And that all boils down to the right mindset. So we're really going to go right deep into how can you think differently? How can you look at the problem differently and say, that's where the problem is. And then once you change your psychology and the way you think about the problem, then you can look at the system and say, okay, this is what we're going to develop. This is how we're going to develop. And this is how we're going to measure it. And if there's any problem, these are the bottlenecks and constraints. And once we understand these bottlenecks and constraints, then we know what to fix using the tactics. And this is just a trickle-down effect. It's a very, a cascading effect. And this is what the channel is all about. I highly recommend you to subscribe to this channel because it can really help you increase your revenue multiple folds if you have the right psychology in place. And we're really here to help, business owners, agencies, marketing people to understand this whole process in the most effective, ruthlessly effective way so that you can take your business to the next level. I'm happy and I want to see you again in more videos that are about to come. Thank you.